Welcome to the Swiftpage for Sage CRM product demonstration. During this presentation, we'll be covering 3 topics. First topic being sending email campaigns and tracking the results. In that, we'll cover sending emails directly from Sage CRM, and then showing you how it records into the History and the Communications tab back inside Sage CRM. The second topic we'll cover is the online reports, being able to check the email blast reports for the open and click data, and then creating Swiftpage call lists from online. The third topic we'll cover is the drip marketing integration. We will go ahead and launch a drip marketing campaign from Sage CRM, and we can then also manage Swiftpage drip marketing campaigns from the campaign manager. So let's go into Sage CRM here. We'll log in and we'll go to the My CRM. Now we already have Swiftpage set up for Sage CRM. If you do not, all you have to do is go to the administration, then go to customization, and under the component manager you'd go ahead and install the Swiftpage for Sage CRM. Go ahead and just hit the browse button and browse for the zip folder on our system. So you go to swiftpage.com, download the Swiftpage for Sage CRM zip folder, and then browse for it, and then it will appear in your available components to install. Then you'd select the version and hit install component, and this will go through our scripts and run our program and install the component inside of your Sage CRM. Then we'd return back to the administration and go ahead and set up an account for Swiftpage inside of Sage CRM by then selecting users and then selecting Swiftpage administration. Inside the administration area, it will go ahead and ask you to set up an account. I already have one set up here, but if you do not, it will ask you to go ahead and set up a new account. Once you set up a new account with Swiftpage, you'll then be able to add your contact details. So you'd put in your account name and your account password, and then it would activate all your users for you. Once that's set up, you'll notice on the left side will be all your Sage CRM users, as well as on the right will be your Swiftpage users. Anybody that wants to add any users to the Swiftpage account, you can go ahead and hit Add Swiftpage User ID. This will then walk you through adding another user to your account. Once you've set that up, they'll come in here with a blank map CRM ID, and all you have to do is go find Robert Ogden, find his number, and put his number in, and then hit apply changes. And then we know that he has now been mapped. Okay. Now that we know that Swiftpage is set up inside of Sage CRM, we can actually then go back to the main menu, and let's start by sending out an email, whether it's a blast email or just a single one-off email. To do this, we'd go into the My CRM area, and we'd hit the Swiftpage button. This will then allow us to basically pick an email template that we want to send out. At this point, you typically already have your email designed. If you do not, all you'd have to do is hit the Edit Template button, and this will take you online where you can then go ahead and edit your templates. So once we created a nice looking template like this, we could go ahead and just close this down, return back to Sage CRM, and then we can send this email. You might need to press refresh template list so it pulls down all your current templates if you just created a new one and it does not appear in your drop down. Okay, so let's go ahead and select this first template here. We can then put in our subject. And if we have a template with a personal message, we could type in our personal message here. Then all we have to do is hit the continue button to go on to the next screen. The next screen allows us to pick the date and time for the send, or we also have the ability to send as soon as possible. So we could actually just pick what day we wanted to schedule it for. So we could pick the 25th, pick what time we want to send out, and then go ahead and schedule the send. If we want to actually send it as soon as possible, we'll go ahead and just click on the send ASAP. The next part, we're going to go ahead and select who we want to send to. So we can send any of my leads, my opportunities, my contacts, my email addresses, as well as a selected group if we want to. Just so, create the group, and then we go ahead and hit continue. Let's go ahead and send to the newsletter group here. Once we select this and hit continue, this will then show us a list of who we'll be sending an email to. So here's all the email addresses, first name, last name, phone, and company. Okay. If this is correct, we go ahead and hit send email. If anything is incorrect, we can just hit the back button. This will actually take us back through the process. Alright, so here's the information that will be sent. Here's the subject, which template will be sent. There's no personal message used. And here's a list of all the 34 recipients that's going to receive this email. Then all we have to do is hit the send email button.
Okay, yours, I'm sorry, yours will say SPE tools.
We'll then get a message of our status. So, okay, status, your email blast has been received. And we have now written to the communications tab record, as well as the Swiftpage history record. So we wrote into the communications tab and the history, and I'll show you that here now. So if we go back to my CRM, we can then go into contact. We can select one of our contacts here, and now under the communications tab, we can see that he was included in all these Swiftpage email campaigns. We can see a little bit more information if we go to the Swiftpage area, and this will tell us basically when we sent the email, what the status of the campaign was, how many times they opened that email, and how many times they clicked on any of our links inside that email. We then know the subject, the email address, and then the template. So if we ever wanted to see what template we sent, we could always just click on this link and bring up exactly what we sent to that person. Okay. This tab also allows us to quickly send a one-off email. So if we just want to simply send a quick email to somebody, hit the send signal, and this will just send to this one contact here in this email address. Now that we've actually sent this email out, let's go ahead and check the report. So that's the second thing that we'll cover today, is the online reports. To get to online reports, we just go back to the My CRM again. We click on the Swiftpage, and then we can go ahead and go to the online reports at the very bottom here. So at the online reports section, it will go ahead and give us all of our reports that we have in the last 2 months that we've sent out. So we can actually go into any of these events here if we wanted to. Hit view report, and this will actually show us a report of the email we sent out. So in this example, on 1/29/2009, we sent an email out. Here was the subject, here was the template, and we got a 23% open rate. So we can see that we sent out 23 emails, 21 were sent. Looks like we had some unsends, no bounces, 5 opens, and 2 clicks. Okay. Any of these details reports can be available on the right side here if we wanted to. So if we wanted to go look at the unsends, we could actually take a look and see that these 2 people have opted out of our system and we included them in the email, we're still going to opt them out for you. We can go into the opens and see exactly who opened our emails if we wanted to. And this will give us a list of the 5 people who opened it and what time they opened it last, their name and the last name, and how many times they've opened it. Now if we want to go ahead and create ourselves a call list of those 5 people that opened the email, all we have to do is hit the create call list button. This will then go ahead and tell us who the most interested people were with our campaign. So we have our hots, our warms, and our milds. And it's all based on how many times they opened your email and clicked on any of your links. So the more clicks, the higher score they're going to receive. Okay. So we're actually giving you the ability to find out who's shown the most interest in your email campaigns, allow you to follow with the hot prospects first. So Jay Leno here, who opened your email once and clicked on one of your links, is going to be a hotter prospect than Will Ferrell, who just opened your email once. Okay. When you're sending to a larger group than just 20 like I did, you'll actually have quite a few hots, warms, and milds to call through. Now if you want any of the details on what link they clicked on, you go into the details section here and a pop-up will come up and tell you which actual link they did click on. So this was one of our survey links, so we probably have a survey result from them filling out one of our surveys, which was just a link inside of the email that we sent out. Alright, let's go ahead and close this down. If we ever want to see what email we sent out, we could always go ahead and click the click here button, and this will just show us what email we did send them. So it looks like you probably filled out our register today survey. Alright, so that's the online reports. Now, if we want to update our Sage CRM with the opens and clicks, all we have to do is hit the data back feature. This will then go ahead and find anything that we have not downloaded to Sage CRM yet. So here are all the different email blasts we've sent out, and 4 people have opened this email up, 4 more people opened this one up, 2 more opened this email up. Okay, so all we have to do is select which campaigns we want to download at the time and hit continue. And this will then go ahead and update our history records. Okay, so if we could then go back to my CRM, we could then go into contacts again, select on our person here, and then hit Swiftpage again. And this is where the information is then updated. So if that person opened up your email one more time, this would then be a 1. And then if they clicked on one of your links, it'd go ahead and put a 1 in there as well. So this is what updates the status, the opens, and the clicks, is the data back that we just downloaded. Alright, so that is basically how to send an email from Sage CRM, track the results, and then bring the data back into Sage CRM. Now let's go on to our third topic, which is the drip marketing. And to view the drip marketing, all we have to do is hit the drip marketing status. And this will take us to the Swiftpage with the drip marketing preview pane here. This shows all the drip campaigns that are basically that you've built in the system, and it tells you what their statuses are. So here's our 5 campaigns. We have some that we're still building, some that are actively running, and so forth. We might have paused one as well. So this will show you basically what their status of the campaign is. Okay. It's going to tell you what the sequence is, the type of campaign, the status, how many people are in that campaign, if you're doing a send as for somebody else, if you've ever done a sync to this group, who synced it, and then the next stage that it's going to execute. So we can select any of our campaigns here, and we can go ahead and hit view sequence if we want to go online to actually take a look at this sequence. Okay, so this is a very simple drip marketing campaign where we just go ahead and send one single email off followed up with another email, followed up with a call list. Okay, so think about drip marketing as putting all your emailing and sales sales initiatives on cruise control. If we want to go look at back at the campaign manager here, we go hit campaign manager, and we can see all the different campaigns that we currently are building or are currently running. Now inside the campaign manager here lists all of our different campaigns, and we can edit, launch, suspend any of our campaigns from here. We can go look at any of our reports, and we can also do the list viewer to actually see who's actually qualified and is in this list to actually be sent these campaigns. Okay. If we wanted to create a new campaign, we could go ahead and hit new campaign here, and this would allow us to then create a campaign. So we put the campaign name, put a description, choose who we're going to be sending for, and then our source of Sage CRM. We then could put in our anchor date. If we want to do an anchor date calendar campaign, where we could just go ahead and select the day we want the campaign to run from. And an anchor date would be you pick the date and everything happens pre and post of this campaign. So you pick the date, and then 10 days before that date it sends an email out. 2 days before it sends another email out. 2 days after it sends another email, and then 4 days after it schedules a phone call list for you. So everything happens pre and post. Calendar would be just pick the day on the calendar that you want the emails to go out for, and it sends out. Great example of that would be a newsletter. If you want your newsletter to go out the first day of every month, go ahead and just schedule that for the rest of the year if you wanted to. Duration, a little bit more sophisticated, but allows you to pick the day, pick everything based on when they entered into a campaign. So if they downloaded your brochure today, it could auto-sign them up for a duration campaign where it would send them the email brochure, then send another follow-up email 2 days later, send another follow-up, maybe a postcard 3 days later, maybe then schedule a phone call list for you 10 days after they've downloaded the brochure. Things like that. So everything happens after they've either signed up themselves for a campaign or you've launched them into a campaign. So you could have multiple contacts in this same campaign in different stages. Okay. As for building campaigns in the Swiftpage Drip Marketing Campaign Manager, we do have a training session that just teaches you how to build campaigns. And let me reference that for you. You just go to swiftpage.com, go up to the training sessions, and then we have the basic Swiftpage Drip Marketing demo that you can sign up for. And that does run about 45 minutes, and it teaches you basically how to use the entire drip campaign sequence. Now, once you've learned how to build the drip campaigns and you want to see how it integrates back into Sage CRM, all we'll do is we'll turn back to the Sage CRM and hit the Swiftpage tab here, and then we can add and remove people from this campaign. We can also refresh the campaign to figure out if we have all the right campaigns in our list here. So now we've just added the one we just created here. So now we have all the different campaigns, and now if we want to, we could go ahead and add people to a campaign. So what we could do is just select this campaign here that we want to add to. We can then just select add remove person. This will then allow us to again select our group, select our opportunities, our contact. Let's go ahead and just hit my contacts, and we'll go ahead and hit add remove persons. Okay, so here's all the people that are my contacts, and I can either choose to add them or remove them. Let's go ahead and hit add and hit the update sequence button. And then this would go find anybody that we just were in my contacts and add them to this drip campaign. So now we have 46 contacts in our drip campaign. Okay, so we hit drip marketing status again, and then we can see that we have added more people to that campaign. Now, in terms of syncing data, if you ever need to sync the data from Sage CRM up to the Swiftpage drip marketing, for example, we have the ability to filter out through stages based on fields that are in your Sage CRM database. So let's say you're sending a prospecting campaign out to all your prospects. Well, maybe 2 of your prospects this week closed and now are customers. They're no longer a prospect. You could actually just do a sync of all your data to sync the prospects up to the data that they have changed from a prospect to a customer up to drip marketing, and will then remove them from your campaign, because we don't want to keep sending them the promotional emails. So that's why you would do this sync data. And all you'd have to do is select your group, hit sync data, and this will actually just then sync the data up. Okay. So 46 of the records demo were not in the database, and it went ahead and synced it for us. We'll just go ahead and hit continue. And it tells us that our sync is now complete. Okay. And now we have the 46 contacts in our database. Now, the clear sync by date, this is if you put a filter in that says do not allow this next stage to execute unless someone has synced. This would actually just clear that sync date. The help button will actually take you to the Swiftpage University and show you how to, we have some fast tracks, we have some quick start guides, we have some video demos. We also have our contact support and info. So Monday through Friday, Eastern time, we do phone support. We also do live chat, or you can, here's our phone, and then we also have email as well. Okay. Now with any of our campaigns, we did just skip right to the reports earlier, but if we just wanted to skip right to a call list that we've already created, we could actually go ahead and hit call list, and this will take us right out to our dashboard of all our different call lists that we've created, and we can go in and update any of these. We'll just go ahead and sync basically the last calls that we should be making. We can go right into our call, and we can then start calling on our next prospect. So this is another email blast that we sent out where we're just following back up with the people on the call. Now if we want to make calls to this list, we already have Carmelo Anthony and Tom Hanks called. Well, let's go ahead and call Jason now. So we have his phone number, we have his email address. We can call him, we have the details of what links he clicked on and so forth. Once we make this phone call, we could just hit the edit button, say that we called, emailed, followed up, maybe skip him, try again later. Let's go ahead and just say we've called him, and then hit submit. And this will then update us and let us know that we've called this person. So we could just keep working through this list. Maybe we said we followed up with them, and just keep calling down through our list. We could even enter in our own action if we wanted to. Okay, and so that's how you use the call list feature. And then the edit template, this is if you want to then go to our online editor and start editing an email template. Just log you right into your account and allow you to start from online here and start editing your templates. Alright folks, so that is the Swiftpage for Sage CRM product demonstration. Thank you for watching this video, and hopefully you learned a few things about Swiftpage and Sage CRM. Today we covered sending email campaigns and tracking the results. We then covered the online reports, where we went in and checked our reports for open and click data, and we created a Swiftpage call list online. We then went ahead and showed you the drip marketing integration, where we launched a drip campaign from Sage CRM, and we managed our Swiftpage marketing campaigns. Thanks again for watching, and everyone have a wonderful rest of the day. Thanks.